EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in South America in the vibrant and colorful Brazilian beachside city of Rio de Janeiro. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game. And we got a great one in store, as it'll be the Black Knights of Tokyo taking on the Bulls of Rio de Janeiro. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. On first down, Mahomes will try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game. But I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down and then some. 36 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, They like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On 2nd down, boom. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Herbert going to change the play here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Ray.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
A loss of 2 yards.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Touchdown! Jerry Jeudy from 8 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone, Wilson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Mahomes to throw. That is caught. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Mahomes firing complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Here's Swift. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Attack!
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Swift. Touchdown.
Two good drives on their first two possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
They'll run on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now Herbert got to get into the line in a hurry. Throwing on 2nd down. Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Herbert going to shift his guys around. Incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Yellow.
On play action, it's Mahomes. All right, rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
Crowd right.
On first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second down and 6 now. Oh, design run for their wideout. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now it's Herbert. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them decide.
There he goes, right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
They'll run on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and a yard. This will be caught. Judy. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. They'll keep it on the ground. Booth. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
is saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down. Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the first down. Now these guys might hesitate to count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Now a handoff up the middle. Boom. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. They go play fake. Mahomes. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They will run straight ahead with Swift. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd down and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Jake Moody now on for the field goal. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down. Booth. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll try the left side. Booth. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They find some open field here. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Up the middle they go. Boom. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. And the hole closes quickly here. He can find only go back to 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Herbert now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They snap it to Herbert. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. He will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Once again, it's Swift. Up to the 20. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And he'll be out of bounds yards after getting this one across the 40. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
5-9, 5-9. Only trip right.
Herbert to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
But they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Throwing, Herbert. Open man downfield is Judy. He's getting it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
They'll come up. 1st and 10 here. Herbert going to throw.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save the timeout.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Here's 1st down. Herbert.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
From the 17, they work on 2nd and 10. 5-9, 5-9. Herbert.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Now Herbert.
And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
McPherson on for the point after.
And they have got the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes. This ball intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. As they say here in Rio, Ate Breve. We'll see you next time.